Been here before, see nothing is promised. I shine for the day, let my mind take me away. I come to jam for you and you and you, whoever I can. With this mic in my hand, I control display. Now into infinity, true mental fitness, master of his craft. It's foolish for me not to do this. I opened my mouth and words came out like fluid. To come to this conclusion, I aim to win, live to fight again. A warrior on the front line, the mind is a terrible thing to waste. So I find myself between the drum line and bass. Time and space, I put it in place. Stars are made to shine, I'm one of a kind. Ruler of my domain, I stay in my lane. Living in this insane asylum, I'm just a brother pumping science. The purpose of my visit become vivid. I hold the torch to the method, got the tools to the positive direction. I speak in parable, but this is not a lecture. It's just a feeling I get when I get affected. I be the RRTUT, your poetic MC with my lyrical abilities. I be the RRTUT, your poetic MC with the other planets. I be the RRTUT, your poetic MC with my lyrical abilities. I be the RRTUT, your poetic MC with the other planets. I move to the bounce of the beat to get you out your seat. I'm live, funky, fresh, and the place to be. It's just the confidence in me, reflections of perfection at its finest. I'm in line with the stars in the skies, so when I hit the earth, don't be surprised. Recognize, although I can see the look in your eyes. It's either now or never, good, bad, together. I must leave an impression and print it in your mind, cause we not here forever, although we react off a habit. So this moment you can have it, reach out and grab it. I am not a monster or a beast or a savage. It's just my appointment to keep you anointed, me and my desire. I can never get fatigued or tired. I'm running rubber like the smoke from tires. My soul is on fire, so give a toast to the hostess. I gotta keep you open as I spit this venom like a locust, cause I've been chosen. I be the RRTUT, your poetic MC with my lyrical abilities. I be the RRTUT, your poetic MC with the other planets. I be the RRTUT, your poetic MC with my lyrical abilities. I be the RRTUT, your poetic MC with the other planets. Now my darkest moments, my opponents don't want it. This is therapy to me. You will come to find we are all one mind, moving to the rhythm all at the same time. Recline, put your feet up. I'm just getting heated up. To change the appearance of your facial features, transform into the most hideous creature. Glad to meet ya. On top of the stairs with a bunch of heathens. We not leaving, moving bionic like Steve Austin, the $6 million man. With the extra punchline, original rhymes mine. So if you're on what I'm on, let's get into a zone. As I change my tone, thank the tone, I need no hands to hold on. I'm all on my own, full grown. Put my brights on you with my infinite possibilities, but never will bewildered me. There's apples in the forest, apples on the ground, worms in the apples, snakes in the garden. Candy cane, candy cane, candy cane. What you say? I be the RRTUT, your poetic MC with my lyrical abilities. I be the RRTUT, your poetic MC with the other planets. I be the RRTUT, your poetic MC with my lyrical abilities. I be the RRTUT, your poetic MC with the other planets. RRTUT. Poetic EMC, RRTUT, poetic EMC. I be the RRTUT, the poetic EMC. Be the RRTUT, your poetic EMC. What you say? RRTUT, poetic EMC.
Yeah! Awesome, awesome, awesome. Welcome to Waupaca Local Live special summertime edition. We've never done this before. This is a brand new gig, a brand new thing. And you can sit down, guys, because I'm going to talk to you for a while. I'm Wayne Scott. You're not. No, I'm not, Marcy. You know that. RRTUT. How are you doing, sir?
Live in effect. Glad to be here.
Oh, man, this guy's alive.
He's hot.
Also, Mr. Jeff Miller.
That'd be me.
From the Jeff Miller Band.
Yep.
Welcome to this experiment. We're going to have a lot of fun. Here we go.
Happy to be here.
I'm happy you are here.
That's right.
All right, Mr. TUT,
Yes.
Poetic MC.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Where are you from, sir?
I'm originally from Chicago, but I reside here in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Green Bay, Wisconsin,
The
from
Bay.
a Chicago boy.
Yes, yes, indeed. Glad to be here.
I would imagine you're just looking at your face. I don't know how old you are, but I'm imagining that your favorite football player when you were a kid was Mr. Sweetness, Walter Payton.
Sideline indeed. Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
All right.
Yes, indeed.
Jeff, where are you from?
Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Oh, man.
Born, raised, great.
And he's still there.
Although I was born in Chicago, but, raised in Green Bay all my life.
Okay, Sweetness and Brett Favre.
Yeah, so we were into Brett Favre. We were into Aaron Rodgers. But I go back to Bart Starr. When I was growing up, Bart Starr literally was the man.
I'll tell you what, I'm a Wisconsin born and bred, but I'm a Roger Staubach, Troy Aikman, Tony Romo guy. Hey, but Tony Romo's from Wisconsin, so give me a break.
Okay. Right on.
All right, RR,
Yes.
Chicago.
Yes, indeed.
What was your childhood like? Was it a good one? Brothers, sisters? What was the household like?
Okay, well, with my siblings, it's 6 of us. I'm the oldest of 6. I have 4 sisters and 1 brother.
Okay.
But I'm also have been adopted in a young age. So I have a extended family, which is 3 brothers and 2 sisters.
Wow.
So I'm the youngest on that side. I'm the oldest on my biological. So it's been a very interesting journey.
You know a lot of
Very
characters
interesting.
then.
Yes.
Just within your family alone, right?
Yes, this is in my family alone. This is in my immediate is 6 of us, and in my adopted is 5 of us.
Wow.
Yeah, I happen to be number 5.
Number 5.
Yep, the youngest one.
All right. Have you always been into the arts, music? What got you going?
Well, my family, they were all musicians.
Ah.
All my uncles, my mom had 13 siblings, and all the guys, they was all musicians. So they all played instruments live.
Oh, great.
So it was
So
always...
you grew up in that environment.
Yeah, it was always either music, art, martial arts, studying,
Martial arts?
Yes,
Huh?
yes,
Kung
dancing.
Fu fighting? Everybody was
Yes,
Kung Fu fighting?
yes, Kung Fu, yes, indeed. Tai Chi, the whole thing, and coming up was always music orientated. Everybody played instruments. I was young watching all my uncles and them play all the instruments and see them play things live, like cover songs like Earth, Wind, and Fire. The Bee Gees as well as they,
Tragedy.
Yes.
I
So,
can't hit that. I know. I don't care how
Yes.
hard you grab me, wherever you grab me.
yep. So we kind of was always into music and always into art and everything. My uncles, they all was artists as well. So coming up in the 80s, I was into breakdancing. So I started off being a breakdancer.
Breakin'.
Yeah.
There's a really bad movie called Breakin'.
Yes, that's a good movie.
But that was, I remember when breakdancing was like a brand new, I was there. And it was like, this guy's spinning on his head on the floor.
Yes.
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 It's almost like the first X Games.
Yeah. So, breakdancing was the first element that I got into because there is 5 elements into hip hop. So there's breakdancing, there's DJing, there's beatboxing, there's MCs, and there's fashion. So those are the 5 elements of hip hop. But there is also a 6th element called infinity lessons.
Wow. I've learned something today, this evening. 5. Tell me the 5 elements again. What is
It's
it?
breakdancing, MCing, DJ, beatboxing, and MCing. Fashion.
Of course.
And then
fashion.
number 6 is
Fashion.
and then number 6 will be infinity lessons, because what you just heard me do was infinity lessons. So I can remember these things for the duration of time. It's always a message there. So
Wow.
yeah, that's what hip hop is always about.
Well, tell me the difference between rapping and MCing. What's
Well-
I don't know. I'm a suburban, white suburban kid. I don't know the difference. It's all the same to me at this point.
Rap is what we do. So being a rapper, we start off being a rapper, and then we end up in becoming an MC, whereas though you're doing poetry. You're doing something that's pertaining to something that's happening in our community, and also a viber. You keep the vibe going. Rappers, they're more like in a position of they're telling a story in a sense, but they're getting paid for it. There's like braggers rights, battles, and stuff like that. When you're an MC, you have poetry going on. You're telling something. You're educating people on something and keeping people anointed on what's going on in the community and around you. And it's also a spiritual thing too, as well.
So, okay, that makes sense. So the rapping is more. I worked in record stores back when there were record stores. It was East Coast versus West Coast.
Yeah.
Biggie versus Tupac and whatever that is.
Yeah.
But MCing is more a positive thing.
Yes.
Keep it in the community.
Yes.
Talk about, I guess, reality.
Yes.
More than
braggers rights.
Braggers
right.
rights.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because
the big change and the
yes,
I got more money than you and more girls and okay.
Right. Because if you notice that in the time of hip hop, there was a song called with Grandmaster Flash, and it was called "The Message."
Yep.
And it was broken glass everywhere. People da 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 da. That was all information that was given to us to let us know what our community was about and what was going on in our community.
I like it.
So we as hip-hop artists, we elevated from being a rapper to an MC, being concerned about the community, being awareness to the community, and being a voice to the community.
And being a positive influence on the community. I'm following this. Once in a while, I can follow the bouncing ball. Once in a while, if I pay attention.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Miller.
Yes.
Green Bay, Wisconsin. Mr. Green Bay, what was your... what was your childhood like?
Very good. Growing up in Green Bay, I was been playing guitar since 5 years old and had my first band at 12.
Wow.
And we had a great cover band called Justice in Green Bay. All through high school, played every school dance and church dance and anything. We'd play anywhere.
Local rock star.
We played a birthday party for $5 and we were tickled pink that we got paid. That was then.
He played the guitar. Did you sing too?
Yeah,
in the band?
I sang.
He got all the girls.
Yes.
Right?
Well, at the time I was the bass player. I was the bass player in the band.
I was a bass player.
And
you got second fiddles.
So we had a lead singer.
It's all about lead singers and lead guitar players. The bass player and the drummer, unless you're Neil Peart on the drums or something.
But we kind of evolved. We moved the band out to L.A. and we lived.
Really?
Yep. We lived in L.A. We recorded our first album called Just a Thought in L.A. and actually
Sunset Strip.
Yeah, we recorded in Hollywood at Hoyt Axton's home studio.
Wow.
Check that out.
Awesome.
And that was in 1977.
Wow.
And then we recorded...
There come the Bee Gees again.
Yeah, we kind of came back to Green Bay and adjusted ourselves a little bit there. The song that we're going to do in a second is off of my second album called Alias Smith & Jones' debut, Farewell. And it's called I Look to Be. And it's a song. And then Storm, which Storm is the lead singer in the Jeff Miller Band as well.
Yeah, you have a lot of I'm wondering if he's wanted somewhere.
He's highly
this guy's got a lot of
sought
names.
after. I mean,
he's Storm. He's
right.
RRTUT. He's Ralph.
Yeah, that's
how many other names he got?
Well, those are.
Do you have passports with all these names?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
So what's in that suitcase, Pilgrim?
Yeah. Storm wrote a song called "I Am," which is on his new CD.
Yep.
Obviously done in his style there. And what we did is we said, well, let's take "I Look to Be" and "I Am" and let's combine them in a kind of my style, folky that the Jeff Miller Band does, and that's what we're going to do.
And we're going to get to that in a second. I want to know how you two hooked up.
Oh, it's a great story. Yeah. We were both playing at an open mic in Green Bay, and Storm went up first, and I was like, "Whoa, this guy's got." Stuff happening.
That's what I said when I saw. That's why he's here. I was like,
I went up and did my kind of folky kind of stuff. My original songs.
Yeah.
And afterwards, we kind of more or less bumped into each other. And I said to him, would you ever consider your style, mine, and combining?
Yeah.
And he was open to it. He had seen me and I had seen him, and so we knew what we were getting into.
Music is the universal language.
Yeah.
You don't even have to know what it says. It's all about. It's just everything has a soundtrack. Your stadium anthems when you go to a sporting event. You go to church.
Yeah.
Movies. Can you imagine what movies wouldn't? I mean, they wouldn't be the same without the music.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Everything in your life has a soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
But I will tell you the most impressive thing about Storm in the beginning when we first started working.
Yeah.
I would play an original song, and then I would leave space for him to do either a rap or kind of thing. And he would literally listen to my lyrics and really hearing them for the first time, and then rap them out in his style. And it was kind of amazing to me because he captured it, but he would put his own take on it and his style.
Yeah.
And we have been doing this now 10 plus years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so we've kind of developed a really nice give and take
bond.
Yeah.
Yep.
And again, incorporating some of his songs into some of my songs has really worked nice, that we each get the spotlight in that sense as writers.
Okay. Real quick, websites, or where can people find your music?
JeffMillerBand.com.
JeffMillerBand.com.
Yeah, Storm's album is on there for purchase, for download, as well as we're on DistroKid and 36 different platforms for downloading, etc.
Okay.
Spotify, YouTube,
All over the map.
videos. Yeah.
Any place you can find music.
Anywhere you can find music.
Exactly.
All right, we're going to end. I thank you for coming in to this extra summer edition to Waupaca Local Live. This is I Look to Be, and I am Mr. Jeff Miller, and Storm, RRTUT, Ralph. Thank you, gentlemen. Take us out.
Well, I look to the sky. What do I see? Smiling faces, they're looking down at you and me. What do you think they see? And I look in the eyes of all the lies, all of the tries, echo the cries of love. That's what I'm singing of. And now I look, yes I look, looking it's me. And I look, yes I look, looking to be. Look around, you'll see Storm in me.
I am accepting something that I cannot change, and I can change what it is that'll make me feel better. See, love is the ultimate law of life, and eye for an eye can make the whole world blind. Optimistic is a human being, preservation of spring, as the spirits start to scream. Well, here's a test for your greatness. Having the ability to forgive is the one true memory. As I stand on the shores, listen to seashells talk about being bored, as lightning dance across the skies. I am having a glimpse in the present and the future time. All aboard the heavenly craft, from the dead secrets to the dark silence. I am just a memory in time, having access to the outer limit from the third dimension of the mind. I am looked a bit.
And now I look to the west. They think it's the best, way past the rest, lost on a quest of need. Ask what you want when you plead, please. Now I look to the east. They think it's the beast. It's having a feast and all the wrinkles you know. Uh-oh, they've creased. Don't you loan when you least expect it. And now I look, yes I look, looking it's me. And I look, yes I look, looking to be. Look around, you'll see all of we.
I am sitting down having a conversation on a spiritual journey as my soul begin to burn like fire. I clench my teeth and clutch my fist, and I ask myself, what am I mad about? Why am I mad about it? Is it the expectation of our racists right in our faces? We complain, we confuse, we don't want to hear it until it's on the news or the doorsteps of our emotions. I'm in the final countdown, racing against time. Every step that I take, that master force is spreading abroad. I'm coming from Chicago where the streets have been too apart, and fools are on stages with their rude behavior, and they dreaming that money's gonna save them. Well, a new day will dawn for a newish change, expecting the road to continue. Once again, open arm full of charm. Harm is around the corner, wondering if you're gonna walk past so we can snatch you into his grip to implant the device. Everybody's looking for something. Everybody's looking for something. As we perish like dust in the wind. I am not pop, I am soul. I am not trying to be sold. No diamond, no platinum, no gold. They are all in me, but the sun ring has hit me 1,000 times, and it wouldn't pierce my skin. I am the beginning like all human beings. Like Ripley's, believe it or not. All of our heads are on the chopping block, where our rules are in order, that's intended for our sons and our daughters. And I'm praying for something to change within the ignorant hearts of the ignorant minds. There is the veil over the ears, there is the veil over the eyes. Some individuals are walking around deaf, dumb, and blind. I am not, I am just a vivid of your imagination. I look to be.
And now I look and I look and I look to a door, feeling of less, sure of so much more. Hey Storm, how do you feel about war? War's like a whore wants more and 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 more. I look, yes I look, looking it's me. And I look, yes I look, looking to be. Look around, you'll see what I see. We're just being to be higher up than the tree. You'll see what I see. Angels and wise men, crickets and frogs, way up from God and all the way down to the hogs. Hot dogs, you could be one of those calls. Bright lights in the fogs. Don't get lost in the bogs, like the stream to the logs.
I look to be. I am. I look to be. I am.
Thank you very much.
RRTUT and Mr. Jeff Miller, thank you for coming on to the Waupaca Local Live Summer Extra Special. Coming up next, Mr. James Hamilton.
Run the tape. Somebody hit play on someday. Show me forward visionary scenes. Upload giga, tera, mega, kilo. Just might be photos to my head. Fill my heart so my mouth can express a lexicon of something better instead. See, I need to see, be in the know, see what's coming so I know. The information nation is no illusion, fusion, blow some smoke show. Show me Google, AI, fast track forward, chat GPT, me a future only presently dreamed. Sexual freedom, gender equal, concubine reality. The pleas of wild milk, mercury, purposefully entangled in social couth but out of discrimination's weeds. The wishes and dreams of Baker, Wolf, Rivera, Rustin, Kahlo, Cardenas, and Coley and Nassim. Show me paintings where the color palette of matter is there, rainbow pigmented dreams. And show me scenes of postmodern disdain of techno-war for idealist, selfish, capitalist, or religious gain. No more Nagasaki, Hiroshima, 9/11, Vietnam, Ukraine, Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, or Palestinian suffering, genocide, and pain. Show me a new solution, legalization and regulation of top-shelf one-scheduled drugs, doors long since closed on wild-eyed, fork-tongued demon thugs, the likes of Anslinger, Nixon, Reagan, Bush, Ali North, Contra, Clinton, Carter, Chapo, Kali Cartel, Obama, Purdue, Pharma, Biden, Sackler. Show me a time of clear, clean communication. No Murdoch, Hearst, fear-mongering propaganda, CNN, veiled truth, outdated newsprint, Facebook, Instagram, Thread, doom scroll, X, Zoomverse, Bluetooth tools. ABC, NBC, networked fake news, 15-second reels, and Tucker Carlson's truth. NPR and algorithms dictating YouTube, rising creator, influencer, superstars. Skip ahead and show me cured human virus propagation, pathogenic population control without rhetoric, racial equality, free education, affordable health care, and a euthanized housing crisis. Show me generations forthcoming of a healthy planet, fruit from the trees planted by Gore, Colby, Nat Geo, Wanjiru, Watuti, Curiosity Stream, Nagura, Attenborough, Hidalgo, Silva, and Lee. Show me intact polar ice caps, salinized seas, mitigated global warming, clean water, sustainable cities, quality sanitation, ocean living, and cold fusion. Somebody please hit play on someday. Run the tape.
Yeah. James Hamilton, Waupaca Local Vibe, Summer Special Extra. How are you doing, my friend?
I am rolling.
Wow.
Rolling.
That was a great poem. That was called Show Me, and you just won an award for that, didn't you?
I did. I actually just won the Certified Slam in Rockford, Illinois. That was my final piece. And the second one I'm going to do today, I wrote on my way down and back from there. But that one there was my final piece, the nail in the coffin for the trophy.
Wow, and I've heard that one before.
Mm-hmm.
I just talked to RRTU a second ago, and I saw you the same night I saw him at an underground kind of secret location, bootleg kind of place.
Sometimes that's what we have to do. You know,
got to be in the know to know where it is.
You do. Poetry is growing in Wisconsin, and it's getting national recognition. There are about 10 of us that are just doing. We're all individuals. We're all a little bit different, but wholly ourselves. You know, and when you're doing something new and different, sometimes underground is the best way to go. You know.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, for the people that don't know you, I know you a little bit. Where are you from?
Well, I live in Waupaca now, Waupaca, Waupaca.
Yeah, but where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Milwaukee.
Okay. Yeah, we knew we roamed the same streets then. What area?
So like Appleton Avenue, 76th Street.
Oh,
yeah.
I lived on, 68th and Lisbon for a minute.
Yeah.
Grew up on 70th and State in Wauwatosa.
It's crazy the way things come around. I do Poets Monday down at Linneman's River West in Milwaukee, famous music venue, poetry venue, longest standing Poets Mic in Wisconsin. And the MC down there So he's telling a story one day about his dad writing for the old Green Sheet in the Milwaukee
the
Journal.
Green Sheet.
Right.
I was actually I was featured in the Green Sheet one time. I ran the metal shop for Mainstream Records.
Oh, yeah.
And they did a story on the metal shop, and they stuck me in the Green Sheet, which was perfect because that's where the comics were.
Yeah, exactly. And the poetry.
I was like, I think more people are going to see this article than if they would have put me anyplace else in the paper.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm showing. I had a videographer with me. I'm showing my grandmother, who's 96 years old.
Oh, God bless Grandma.
Yeah. She's still kicking. And I'm showing her the tape, and I'm telling her about this guy, and say, "Do you remember the Green Sheet, Grandma?" And as it turns out, you talk about coincidences, you being on Lisbon and me being on Appleton.
Yeah.
And Tim, who hosts down there, was my grandparents' neighbor back in the day. And I literally just found this out like last November. It was just crazy. Yeah, it was just crazy. So small world, a lot of Milwaukeeans all over.
So growing up, what was your career path?
My career path was anything. There's a lot of publicity about me being an addict and stuff. So my career path was fractured. It was fractured.
Okay, just wherever you could find work?
A lot of sales. A lot of sales, and I went through the .com era with some fundraising companies and stuff like that, and then construction.
So when did the poetry thing?
So my granny was a writer, and when I was a kid, we'd go to the park and stuff. She hand wrote everything. She published a book for Harlequin Romance back in the 80s.
I still do.
Yeah. And I can remember playing in the park or going to the mall and running to probably Mainstream or Sam Goody or one of them, and her sitting down in the pit at Northridge, with her notebook scrawling stuff out. So I guess I wrote my whole life, but I didn't really start taking it seriously until probably 2019. Yeah.
And now, look what you've done. How many books now?
5.
5 books. The latest one, Impressions of a Bougie Homeless Guy.
Yes.
Which I've read half of.
Yep.
You've been on the road for the last 2 months promoting this thing, right?
I have, yeah.
One of your first stops was on Good News Waupaca.
Yes.
This is Waupaca Local Live. I have to keep reminding myself of that.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, you touched on that you were an addict.
Yeah.
At what age did that
I probably started drinking when I was like 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's little.
Yeah.
And that progressed into other things?
Yeah, I mean, the 80s were about, sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, that's what we did.
It was a decade of excess.
It was. And I was all of that. And, and it just, it was a lot of fun for a long time.
What drug finally took you to, I guess your lowest
methamphetamine at
really?
The end. Yeah, that was I had been through heroin, cocaine. I've done everything, and I'll tell you, I didn't give methamphetamine the respect that it deserved, and saying, well, if I get through this other stuff, how bad can this be? It can be that bad.
It can be that bad.
Yeah, it can be that bad. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it plays tricks on you. You think everything is okay, and the world is burning around you.
But you came out of it.
Yeah.
And now you're this artistic, I'll say, genius poetry guy. So, I don't know whether the hand of God or fate or karma.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer in karma.
Yeah.
Somehow you spun it around and you became this, artistic. Trying to make a positive, you're definitely trying to make a positive impression on society, right?
Definitely. I mean, that is, you go through the 12 steps. I'm not going to call it an organization,
right.
But 12 steps. The 12th step is, you carry the message to other addicts that still suffer. And I do that via the art. Like you said, I've been on the road for about 7 weeks behind Impressions of a Bougie Homeless Guy, and I can't tell you how many people I met that said, we really relate to that. My son can buy the book, give it to their son. I get messages on Facebook Messenger or emails about 2 or 3 a week with people telling me, that what I said made a difference in their son or daughter. Or
now, does that's got to just make your heart glow.
It's amazing.
You're
I-
like, oh, why? I'm just James. How right? How can I make a difference?
Yeah, exactly.
But it's the small things that matter, and the small things that people remember.
Yeah.
And just from my own being, I can remember some stranger somewhere that gave me some advice, and at the time I went, yeah, whatever. And then it comes around and you're like, oh, that guy was right.
I think today, I think what it shows, above and beyond the message, what it shows is that art is an integral part of society. It has to be. And today, with hustle and bustle and daycares and fast food and Facebook and Messenger and everything now.
I mean, that nailed it. I'll tell you this right now. I crashed in 2020, kind of mentally. It was overload. It was overload of nothing but bad news.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, a personal thing, I went through some things with, deaths or what have you. But just the whole world around you, if you stay on the internet for too long, it'll melt your mind.
Yeah, it's a drug like anything else. It is. Dopamine release is the purest narcotic out there.
I think social media is dumbing us down. I think it's going to be, if we don't watch out, it's going to be the end of all of us.
I agree.
As a world, actually.
I agree with you. I do a lot of political pieces in that vein, and most of them not appropriate for on the air. But yeah.
Yeah, some of your stuff is R-rated.
Yes,
but not just to be R-rated. To me,
no,
it makes sense. Like the poem you just didn't need it.
Right.
It's just but you touched all of the buttons. You touched climate change.
Yeah.
Right. Are you big on that, or is it just
the things that were in there? Let's house people.
Yeah.
Let's take care of the planet. Let's end the poisoning of a generation with the adulterants and the narcotics. Let's give equal rights racially and sexually to everybody.
Yeah.
That's the world that I want to see. And so that's
and you're doing your part.
Yeah.
To get there.
Yeah. That's the premise behind that was, let me look forward and tell you what I'd like to see in 2071.
Right. When I'm not even around.
Yeah, right.
But hopefully I made a dent, or I started the domino.
Yeah.
I was one of the dominoes that flipped the next domino. Is that?
Yeah, and hopefully society picks that ball up and just says, the poet's job is not to tell you how to get there. Where I'm not here to give advice. I'm here to make you go,
And I like things that make me go,
Yep, exactly.
All right, real quick, where can somebody find your books?
So the books are all out on Amazon.com. Search the title and James Hamilton, or just search me by author. It'll be there. You can get me Facebook.com, James Hamilton Author.
All right.
Or my fan page, ko-fi.com, James Hamilton Poet.
Well, thank you so much for coming in for this Virgin episode.
Yeah.
Waupaca Local Live Summer Extra. We're taking the month of July off, and the Waupaca Local Live that everyone is used to in the TV studio and on schedule, and Thursday Night Music Club will all start again in August. Thanks for listening. I'm Wayne Scott, and James is going to leave us with one last poem.
Yep.
You ready, sir?
I am fighting a cold, so yeah, I'm ready, though.
This one's called Deviate.
Consciousness is catching, and humanity found a way to sell it. Look at the game today, pandering profitable pay for people play. Driving down the highway, Z-Trip, Fast Lube, Speedway, Uber, Caribou Drip. Think Flowers, Pella Windows and Doors, Dollar General hiring for DG careers. Pay attention, this vehicle's speed is limited to 55. Stickers, wraps, and signs, Honda, Volvo, Hyundai. Chevy, Kia, Marquee Marketing, thinly veiled camouflage mirage. Reception, selective perception, conditionally conditions of the human condition cloaked up in individual reality. Breathe the visions. The vision implores us to see, assume, use, believe the ruse, overarch a reach, and consume, and consume. Deviate, look away, appreciate the invisible. Divide perception. Cultivated consciousness is indivisible. Consciously appreciate the junkie girl flirt who wakes up in the morning on the ground somewhere west of black dirt on her way to nowhere fast. Appreciate the cat changing clothes and washing up in a laundromat 25 cents at a time. Navigating past the line, standing, waiting for a dryer. Appreciate the lady with the cardboard sign on the corner of Alpine and State. She's hungry. Appreciate the drunk on a bench, dizzy, sitting, pausing so he don't fall down again. Appreciate the addict fixing up a pressed pill lunch in the car in a park by the lake. He's sick and can't help himself. Give a ride to the backpack walking dude, sack toting everything he owns down the road. Just 'cause he got somewhere to go don't mean he got a home. Concentrate. Look away from what they want you to see. Deviate. Placate to better sense. Give back. Fill somebody's plate. Float like a butterfly. Drop honey like a bee. Consciousness might be for sale, but kindness is free.